Hello everyone. Today we would like to place our views on the project that we've been working on, mental and emotional analysis using human interaction. Here we'll be using traditional and deep learning models for understanding humans better. Main project idea revolves around the fact on how mental health issues affect human beings on daily basis. So we have come forward to detect it via different technologies to understand them better. Before moving further, we need to understand the difference between sentimental analysis and emotional analysis. Sentiments are all about two main factors, positive and negative, and emotions is about how these two factors are affecting human beings, of how each of them are bringing out different emotions in human beings. So therefore, to understand human beings better, we need to dive deeper and understand them via emotions rather than just relying on sentiments. This is exactly what our model will do. Here we've got five major emotions: joy, sadness, anger, fear, and neutral. These are the five factors that we'll be basing our models on and detecting whether the person or the message received from them is angry, happy, or thereafter. In this slide, we'll discuss about the application of the two, the major one being psychological and medical guidance and support system. We want people to let go of the insecurity and talk about what they're feeling and how uncomfortable things are around them with us so that we can help forward with them. Next, it can be used for medical boards so that it can help us in diagnosing their mental states. And third, being other mental diseases like OCD and addiction problems, which can be cured with the help of this. Second application being studying behavioral analysis and media text creating. We can understand emotions and how people are feeling via this model after seeing a news or watching a video based on different factors which can be religion, political views, reviews and comments. We have got two basic psychological models, one being categorical model and the second being dimensional. In categorical models, we've got five major human emotions: joy, anger, fear, sadness, and neutral, of a huge variety of emotions according to Plutchik's wheel of emotions. Second, in dimensional models, we know that emotions are culturally sensitive, so we represent them on coordinates in multi-dimensional space according to Loveheim's cube of emotion. These are some of the data sets that are freely available on open source, and as you can see in the type, there are two data sets that are dimensional, and according to many scientists and data science summits, we have all encountered the same problem of not being able to handle them in dimensional models. Therefore, we'll move forward with categorical. Here are some of the models that we created on basic classifiers, some being classified under traditional and the others as deep learning. Two of them have been presented to you right now on screen, one being random forest and the other being naive Bayes. Both have an accuracy very average, 62% in random forest and the other being 68%. Therefore, we moved forward with a better one. Here are two other models on traditional classifiers, logistic regression and SVM. As you can see, the accuracy and F1 score of both, they are near to 70% and 73%, which was fine, but we had to achieve better accuracy and more weights to every word. Before moving on to deep learning approaches, we need to understand the key features of natural language processing, one being semantic and the second being syntactic. In semantic, we embed the words in a definite vector space of a definite dimension so that we can evaluate them and understand of how the syntactic is very important. As in the given sentence right here in the slide, we can see that where escaped and arrested was exchanged, it changed the total meaning. Therefore, we'll take certain care of this order and move on to deep learning approaches. In this deep learning approach, we are going to use long short-term memory. In this type of model making, we are going to use W2V type, which is going to be pre-trained on 300 dimension 2.2 million vocabulary of Wikipedia. Here we get an accuracy of 74%, and therefore for better accuracy we move on to CNN model. Here we'll be using a CNN based model on 1D convolution with 6 epochs, which has slightly better accuracy score of 75.66%. It tends to work better, and it will be fed with the data that we have been saved before from the previous model, and the new data that it will be updated with is going to come from a website of FastText. It will now be fed through a well organized pipeline for the scores as mentioned. Next we have got a few matrices and graphs for the visualization of the output. Presented in front of you is the LSTM evaluation. Here are two graphs of model accuracy and model loss based on the epochs, and the third is a normalized confusion matrix. As you can see, the F1 score is 73.56. And the next is CNN evaluation. We have got the same number of graphs predicting the same. We can see a significant dip over here, and then the third diagram given here is the normalized confusion matrix. As you can see, the F1 score here is 75.66. Some of the examples that we tried on these models with the probable inputs that we can receive from a sick or ill patient. As you can see, the time approximation and the prediction that we received from the following models. As for the future prospect, we have planned on forming a quiz set for the patients using these. There is a web page which will be taking in the answers of possible questions and inputting them or feeding them to the models. They'll be evaluating the scores and outputting them on the UI for the end users. It will be showing the mental health score. As for the next step, we are thinking on performing better with the dimensional models for unique connections and understanding the end users way better with analog signals from the brain, such as factors depending on serotonin, dopamine, etc. Ending our presentation here, we would like to conclude our topic, and thank you for bearing with us.